Live from New York City, it's season 5 of The Wendy Williams Show. Today, it's an entire hour of the most talked about hot topics, including the Chloe Lamar marriage crisis. Plus, we break down this fall's must-see TV shows and fabulous runway styles for the real world. Now, here's Wendy. And now, here's Wendy. And now, here's Wendy. And now, here's Wendy.
Better than I deserve. Thank you so much. Today is the kickoff. I'm so excited about season 5. What an exciting milestone for me as the host, and thank you so much as the watchers. Welcome to our show. You know, if you're a new viewer, then welcome to you. If you've been here all along, then if you'll notice over my shoulder, we've got a brand new studio enhancement. I know. It's called a media wall. And the reason that it's good is because now we can show you all the latest Hot Topic photos and videos, and they'll be bigger and better and more descriptive than ever. Okay, so now look. So speaking of hot topics, we have an entire hour of hot topics today. People are like, Wendy, who's gonna be on your first show? Who's gonna be on the first show? And all I kept saying is, the first show is going to be exactly what Wendy watchers love most, hot topics. But I didn't tell them. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now look. Lindsay Lohan's mom, Dina, was arrested for DUI the other day. Plus, we've got the inside scoop on the latest drama going on between Lamar and Chloe. And something happened with Beyonce last night in Brazil. We've got all the dramatic footage. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topic. Something. You know, when we did that thing where we showed you me coming out of the doors for season 1, 2, 3, and 4, that was so nostalgic, by the way. That was a great call, you guys. I'm talking to my producers. But I'm looking at each season I'm looking in the mirror at the same time, like, oh my gosh, I hope I haven't become untucked. But no, I weigh the same 175 pounds today that I did during season 1. It just so happens that I think that the design of the dress might make me look a little fluffier, but before you even go to Facebook and call me on it, don't do it, honey. I'm still good. Anyway, and I'm 49 years old there. So, no, you know why I said that? You know why I said that? Because if you grew up in a time when I did, then it was always said, a lady never tells her age or her weight. Well, not here on our messy little show. It was a long summer, though, you guys, and I've only been gone, I mean, season 4 wrapped in late July, so we've only been gone for about 7 weeks, but it was the longest 7 weeks of my life. I did manage to get away with my Kevin and Kevin. We went to Bermuda, and we had a terrific time on vacation. And, yeah. then, you know I love my crafting. So, you know, I've got like a basement full of canvases and the paint, and then whenever the mood strikes me, I always do all my own artwork. So that's in the kitchen, and I do it real simple. I like to put out an old sheet on the island in the kitchen, turn on the TV to a marathon of Sex and the City or something, fling open the back door so you hear it was summer all outside, the house is empty, and I get started. So here's me starting in the beginning, and this is the finished product. Right? And I'm telling you, you can do it too. All you have to do is remember one thing. At the end of any canvas that you take care of, make sure that you put in the money to go have it framed. A frame makes everything look like a Renoir. And then also this summer I served jury duty. Well, in Newark, New Jersey. And so I wore flat shoes and a pencil skirt, a sensible blouse. I bought tons of magazines, all of them. And I bought, my phone was all charged up, and I bought an extra battery because I learned that you can Facebook and text and tweet and take pictures and stuff during jury duty. This was fabulous. So here I am, just keeping in touch with all my people on Facebook. I was there for about 2 hours. About 2 hours into it, Huffington Post posted that I was at jury duty, and about 10 minutes after that, I was dismissed. And then finally, I ended my run on Broadway in Chicago, which ended on August 11th. You know, I played the role of matron Mama Morton. Can I just tell you, I had the best time. I had the best time on Broadway. I met some really terrific people, and if I was called back to do it again, I would do it in a heartbeat. Yeah, in a heartbeat, in a heartbeat. Okay, so last night, Beyonce was performing at her concert in Brazil. And these fans just get, this is like the 100th time a fan has tried to grab her and do something to her. It's making me really upset. So watch what happens. The fan grabbed her and tried to pull her into the audience. Watch, look, keep looking. No, you gotta keep on, right? Well, you know, she is so nice. The fan wasn't kicked out, and after she finished performing, she went over to the fan, shook his hand, and said, "I love you too." Now see, this is when fandemonium goes absolutely wrong. Beyonce has never co-signed on kicking any of the fans out. Remember the other ones who grabbed her hair and swatted her on the behind? You know, when you start kicking people out, Beyonce, that's when people will realize that they can't win. Like, don't do that. That's crazy. Especially because you're no longer living for yourself, you're living for your daughter, you know? So, you know, kick the crazies out. Everybody keep your hands to yourself. Stop being so crazy and fandemonious. We all love her, but stop. But I have to tell you something. That little clip of the grabation, which happened last night in Brazil, was better than Real Housewives of New Jersey last night. I was bored to tears. And I had made salmon with the skin on it and cooked it a little bit too long in the pan. So I didn't even mind turning the water up real loud and scraping. You know how sometimes when you're in the kitchen doing something, you don't want to shh because you're watching the TV? I washed 3 wigs, I scraped the salmon off the bottom of the pan, and by the end, I still didn't care, you know? I didn't care, like, I get it, Kathy Wakili has her cannoli business, I don't care. You know, the redhead in the middle, Caroline is Caroline, and I don't care. Jacqueline Larita is going through something really interesting with her son. You know, she's speaking and he has autism and everything like that. But, you know, it's a sad storyline that doesn't quite fit into what we need from our housewives. And then Teresa is nice Teresa, except the last 5 seconds of last night's show, we see that Teresa's about to put a knife back in her brother Joe and his wife's back. And then finally, Teresa's brother Joe Melissa is still trying to sing. Now, let me tell you something right now about this singing, okay? Number one, who's with me that she looked really cute in the romper last night? Okay? You looked really cute. And do you remember when they were climbing the totem pole, how she had on those little tiny shorts and that cute little bra top? How cute does she look for a woman who's birthed, you know, a bunch of kids and she's married and of a particular age? And take this the best way you can, Melissa Cutie Patootie. Stop with the singing, okay? You're not exactly a spring chippy. There's a lot of grass that's grown under your feet. With the kids and your wife, you're a woman of a particular age. It's not like you're gonna hit the top of the pops, you know, starting out like this. So just sit down and stop wasting Joe's money. I mean, originally I thought when she sang On Display, it was a one-off. You know, one cute song and then go back to being a housewife. Okay, and so then now, more drama for the Lohan family. Okay. So last Thursday or Friday, I forget which one, Dina Lohan, the mother, was charged with DUI. Shout out to everybody out in Merrick, Long Island. So Dina was apparently pulled over by Long Island cops after she was speeding. Allegedly, her blood alcohol content was. Doesn't it seem like we never left one another? Like we're like we're. I'm sitting here, and honestly, I'm just feeling like I just left you guys. It's so good to be back. Anyway, back to the story. Okay. Allegedly, her blood alcohol content was more than twice its legal limit. That's not a bad mugshot, though. She's 50 years old. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Think there's a 50-year-old drunken woman with 3 kids. That's not so bad as 50 goes, do you know what I mean? If she would straighten up just a little bit, she could be like an easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, practically. Anyway, but it's not all bad news for the Lohan family. It looks like Lindsay is taking her sobriety seriously. She even has the help of a new, now look, Suzanne, we're not gonna start all that clapping. Too much clapping from you.
Everyone's so excited to be here.
Well, they can keep clapping if they want to. Just turn up my microphone a little louder so I can tell everybody watching what's going on with the hot topics. It's nice to see you too, Suzanne.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so Lindsay is taking her sobriety seriously. Apparently, she's got some help with a new live-in sober coach. If he was living with you, would you be doing more than just letting him keep you sober? He doesn't come cheap. Apparently, she's paying him $2,500 a day to keep her on track. And according to Radar Online, Lindsay's been limiting her contact with her mom, Dina, who is apparently the bad influence, although that looks like a partying hard mother and daughter there, doesn't it? Dina's got no body. She's built like a ruler. Like there's nothing. Anyway, Lindsay, I wish you well with your sobriety, and Dina, get it together, sister. For me, personally speaking, there were 2 giant summer scandals that literally made me want to drive by here, grab Tristan, who holds the camera during the after show, and tell him, look, just figure out how to work these cameras and let's just do a show. These are the 2 summer stories that had me gagging. The first one was Lamar allegedly being on crack. And the Khloe divorce. But we're gonna talk about that later on in the show. I have an expert so we can collaborate and really give it to you good. Yeah. And then the other story that had me, gagalicious missing you. Simon and that woman and that baby on the way. Okay, so Simon Cowell is 53 years old. Now, before I start this story, let me just tell you something, and I still mean this. Simon Cowell is one of my favorite guests that I've met since I've been doing this show. And I'm gonna tell you what I love about Simon. What I love about Simon, you don't have to agree with him, but he says it like he means it. He never said that he was an honorable man. He's always behaved kind of like a cad. I don't know if they use that word anymore, but I'm gonna bring it back. A cad is somebody who's less than honorable when it has to do with women. He never talked about wanting to marry anybody. The women that he, gets with, he buys them all mansions and houses and allegedly gives them money and cars and takes care of them. He's always said that he doesn't want to be a father. So what part of the game doesn't this chick understand? I don't know. The worst part is that where did he get his chick? Okay, his baby's mother, is his best friend Andrew's ex-wife. Now, I know you've read this story, but, I'm glad I'm here to finally break it down. So you know she's this socialite. Her name is Lauren Silverman. She's 36 years old. She lives in Manhattan, where she did with her husband. Andrew, her husband, and Simon were very, very close friends. The three of them often socialized and vacationed together. There they are vacationing. Look how Simon's standing. He's even standing like a cad, or a man who would be caddish, right? I say that in the name of love, Simon. According to the National Enquirer, do you know how Andrew, the husband, found out about the affair? No, not from our show. No, you're so crazy. Does anybody here know? Just raise your hand, don't scream out. Does anybody know? Only 2 people in our entire, no, you don't. Don't be a Johnny-come-lately. Really? Well, then it is my pleasure to tell you how it was found out, because you're gonna be dying and talking about it all day. Here comes Andrew after a hard day at work, pulling the key out, twisting it into his house. Probably stopped at the refrigerator like we all do for a swig of orange juice and a slice of cold cut. Then he's probably shuffling the mail. As he gets back to his bedroom, he looks up, what does he see? Half-naked Simon running around in the bedroom with his wife, Lauren. Yes, 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 yes. I can't believe you guys didn't know that. All this time that's passed that story came, and it took little old me to come back today and tell you? Well, thank you. Well, okay, so Simon's running around half naked, Lauren's in the bedroom, now the relationship is over. Andrew and Lauren have officially filed divorce as of August after the pregnancy scandal broke. Well, number one, if you take a look at Andrew down here at the bottom, he will have no problem getting a new girlfriend, baby's mother. Just think about it, because even if Andrew is a less than honorable man, which I don't know that, first of all, he's a nice-looking man. He's a single father. He's worth millions. And Andrew, the first way you get her back, even if you don't mean it, date one of her top 5 best friends for at least 5 weeks. I want you to be seen all around town. Even if you don't mean it, Andrew, believe me, that gets that gets under a woman's nail. Anyway, so there are rumors, though, that Lauren had an affair also, by the way, with her high school teacher. Hot Topics called up Lauren's teacher, though. The teacher denied the affair, but guess what he did say? He said he drunk-dialed Lauren 20 years ago and made inappropriate remarks to her that her parents overheard. So you believe what you want to from that part of the story. You know, I don't know what to call this woman, so I'll just call her this woman. But most of the names I want to call her, I can't say now, but they start with a B, a C, a D, an F. You know why? Because she was married, and she has a 7-year-old, and she knew what she was doing by sleeping with Simon. You can't, look, we are the smarter sex, no disrespect, men, but you know what, ladies? She knew what she had to lose. Simon is a cad. He's never said anything but that he's a cad. He's the type who would sleep with you behind your man's back, or maybe in front of his face. I don't know. I don't know. But Simon has never been anything other than Simon. You count on a woman to have better judgment. So because she doesn't have better judgment and she really thinks that Simon's gonna keep her, well, the baby's due in like February, so this is the story that's gonna keep on giving all through season 5. So now, tonight, the new season of Dancing with the Stars starts, and the cast looks, well, I mean, I'll tell you who I'm voting for at the very end, but I'll say Leah Remini's there from The King of Queens. Now, I love Leah Remini. And she's partnered up with my partner, Tony Dovolani. Now, which means they're not gonna win because Tony won last season. They're not gonna give it to him twice in a row, right? They won, and that was the first time he had won. They won't give it to him twice in a row, but you wanna know what? This is a good look for Tony because Leah, everybody, is very, very much in the news right now. You know, she recently escaped from the Church of Scientology. By the way, can I ask you something? Put both of us up there. Who looks more blacker? I can't take it. Let me tell you something. We have the same hair, the same big forehead. Sometimes my people have a bigger forehead because we pull at our edges with weave, wig, and fake ponytails and stuff. She's even got the forehead like she's been pulling at it with weave, wig, and magic hair. And she's all swirly. Now, I know she's a nice Italian girl from New York, and when she was on King of Queens as Mrs. Heffernan, she was a regular white girl in Queens. All of a sudden, she gets on Dancing with the Stars, and she's a sister. I'm so glad to be back in my chair. I mean, my mom and dad have been up here all summer, and my mom's really great to drive around the corner and have coffee with her, and she talks about all this stuff with me, but not on the same level as you. Like, she does more question asking than she does information giving. Do you know what I mean? When I talk hot topics in real life, I like an even distribution of information. You know stuff, I know stuff, we talk. Anyway, also, Valerie Harper is joining the cast of the show. Rhoda Morgenstern. Now, she played Rhoda Morgenstern. Valerie, you know, is 74 years old, and she was recently diagnosed with cancer and told she only had a few months to live. However, her doctors now tell her that she's this close to remission. Well, this close and being cured are two different things, especially at 74. I'm so mad at her husband and daughter, I don't know what to do. This is one, isn't that a great Italian couple? Yeah. His name is Tony. They've been married since forever. But here's my thing, you know, if this was my mother, I would give her whatever she needs. I would, you know, send her to Dancing with the Stars. You sit in the audience. I'll beg them to let you be a judge if that's a show that you enjoy. But you can't possibly, Mommy, go through 4 hours a day, which is what she's doing, of rehearsing. She's even readjusted her cancer treatment around rehearsal. And it just doesn't sound good. But if she's right with it, then I am. So you just beware, everybody on Dancing with the Stars. Even if she can't dance too well, she's gonna make it to the top 3 on account of Dancing with the Stars loves a good backstory, right, everybody? Good luck, Valerie. And then I was really surprised to learn that Snooki was on the show. First of all, I said to myself, she's still around. No, because you know, Jersey Shore's been over, and I don't know whether she and JWoww are still doing that show that they do. They are still doing it. I see pictures in the magazine of her and that cute friend and that fiance of hers, but yep, Snooki's on Dancing with the Stars. And the reason that I was shocked is because when she came here 2 years ago, well, just you look.
I feel like you should be on Dancing with the Stars when you fall off.
Oh, when you fall off.
So, I don't know. I only say that. Oh, no, you're on it.
And we're here through 2014. I understand. And now we're here through 2017. And that's one of the reasons that people go on Dancing with the Stars. If you're a celebrity, I mean, you're not going on just because you love to dance. You go there, it's an even exchange of information. When I went on Dancing with the Stars, we were on season 1 of this show, and you know, having a talk show is like being a politician. Every single day, there are more people who have to be aware of you. So yeah, I went on Dancing with the Stars to gain more nationwide recognition, which seems to have worked, so thank you, Dancing with the Stars. Snooki, I guess, wait. Hold on. And I guess, Snooki, you're going on Dancing with the Stars to bring your cue back up to where it was when you were on Jersey Shore, right? Well, good luck with the dancing. And by the way, when we showed that clip, you can clearly see she got a nice new set of teeth, right? Yeah. Well, Dancing with the Stars airs tonight at 8 on ABC, and I'm gonna be rooting for Amber Riley and Leah Remini. I want to shout out to all of our friends in Detroit. You know, I've always felt especially close to Detroit. My radio show was based in New York, but we were syndicated in Detroit. This talk show right here got its start with a 6-week sneak peek. Detroit was one of the cities who voted us in to having a full-time talk show. And when I heard this summer about you all being bankrupt, it broke my heart. Their bankruptcy hearing is October 23rd, everybody. I am following this story, but a shout out to all the politicians in Washington. Shut down that stupid space program and give your money to Detroit. What are you doing? Nobody cares about flying to the moon anymore, except for Bud Aldrin and Major Tony. You know, I remember in first grade, the AV department wheeled that TV in, and we all ate our space food snack, and we all watched this phenomenal thing called the space program. Well, now 49 years later, not a doggone thing has changed. However, Detroit is broke, and there are people in this country, in all pockets of the country, who need. So shut that down, and let's take care of our own. Love you, Detroit. Hey, keep clapping. We've got a great show for you. Our friend Matt Roush is here from TV Guide, and he's going to tell us about the best new TV shows for the fall. But next, it's Sabira Shaw, and she's from InStyle magazine, and she's going to show us how to incorporate the latest runway trends into our wardrobes. Oh, she's coming up later, too. Up next, Diana Madison from HollyScoop.com with all the latest details on Khloe and Lamar and the marriage crisis. You don't want to miss it. The rumors have been swirling about Khloe and Lamar's marriage crisis, and we've heard all the reports that Lamar has both cheated and returned to using hard drugs, allegedly. So here with the inside scoop and the latest details from HollyScoop.com, please say hello to our friend Diana Madison. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay. Is a divorce coming?
Well, a source close to Lamar actually tells me that these two are headed for divorce court. Now, Khloe actually gave him an ultimatum saying either get clean or get out. Currently, they're not living together. He's living at his LA loft in downtown Los Angeles.
Okay.
She's living in the $4 million mansion that they own together. They have been spotted wearing their wedding rings, but my source tells me that they're kind of done.
Is Lamar smoking crack?
Well, my source...
Please don't laugh at that, you all. You all, don't laugh at that. I've smoked crack before. I mean, I know it's a poor man's drug. I know you all are laughing, but I'm very close to this one. Is he smoking crack?
A source close to Lamar tells me that it's a pretty serious situation. He is allegedly smoking crack. Now, here's what happened. Apparently in 2001, the NBA caught him smoking weed, and he was dabbling with weed, and apparently he allegedly got into pills. But the last year and a half, 2 years has been tough on him. You know, he got dropped by the LA Lakers, the Mavericks. The amount of pressure he gets as a celebrity has been tough on him. So the combination of all those things that happen in his life, plus his demons have always come to him. Apparently he's had a hard time dealing with his father, who was a heroin addict, being in and out of his life. So the combination of all these things, apparently, according to my source, has really made him hit rock bottom. And people around him are trying to help him get clean. His friends, they're really trying to help him stay on track, and he wants to get clean for his kids.
Are they trying to help him?
Apparently his agent, that's been with him since day one, is really trying to help him.
Okay.
He wants to get clean for his kids, my source says, and for his career, which is in jeopardy.
All right. I mean, all right, and then the cheating is separate, the cheating allegations. Let's talk about the mistresses.
Yeah. There's three
allegedly.
There's three mistresses that have come out. One of them is Jennifer Richardson. She actually spoke to Holly Scoop and said that she had unprotected sex with him for about 6 months to a year. Now, two other girls have come out, Polina Polanski and Sandy Schultz. Now, Sandy Schultz claims that she's been with him for 10 years and says the night that Khloe met Lamar, she was with him. So these ladies are coming out and talking about their affair with him. Once again, it's their story, so we haven't heard the other side.
Khloe, you need a divorce. In the name of love. In the name of love. Honestly. And this is why I'm saying this, because, you know, the cheating is one thing. But addiction, especially if you're dealing with addiction of this magnitude with somebody who's so wealthy, Lamar is allegedly worth $55 million. You know, he's not like everybody else who's getting high, sniffing coke or whatever, allegedly. This is a man who can make up a business meeting across the country and really be hiding out in a downtown hotel getting nice all day and all night. It's just too much. Khloe's only 31 years old. And sometimes in the name of love, you have to let somebody go and hope that they get it together. But has Khloe spoken out about this?
I spoke to her rep. As of right now, Khloe has no comment, but she has been putting up photos on Instagram. She put up a cryptic message saying, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. So she hasn't really addressed the issues, but she's putting up cryptic messages on Instagram and Twitter.
I'm all for it until death do us part, but drugs, that's a whole, it's a drug addiction with a grown man who's a multimillionaire and's got 1,000,001 ways to sneak around. It would drive me crazy.
Well, right now his career's in jeopardy. You know, the NBA.
Yeah.
He has had 2 strikes already with the
I
NBA.
know.
If he gets one more strike, even if he starts playing,
Yeah.
he could be done for good. And as of right now, he's a free agent. No one signed him. He was getting offers. Apparently, he was getting courted by the LA Lakers
Yeah.
and the Clippers.
Yeah.
But his contract ended in July with the LA Clippers, so he hasn't been signed back by the LA Clippers.
Hang in there, Lamar. Hang in there, Chloe. Good luck to you all. Thank you so much for that inside scoop. Diana, everybody, and you be sure to check out hollyscoop.com for all the latest celebrity news. Keep it here. Up next, TV Guide's Matt Roush reveals the fall's hottest new clothes. I'm so glad to be here. The fall TV season has kicked off this week, which means that we've got tons of new shows to choose from. So here to break it down, tell us which ones are worth checking out, is our friend from TV Guide. He's TV Guide's senior critic. Say hello to Matt Roush. Matt,
thank you.
nice to have you back.
Oh, yes.
Okay, a lot of buzz with the new TV schedule. What's going on?
Well, happy new season, by
Thank
the
you.
way.
Thank you.
Don't we all love television? So, you know, we love TV, but it's the season of the comebacks is, I think, the big storyline here. Big stars coming back to TV, people we grew up watching on TV are coming back. We couldn't be happier to have them back.
And we're speaking of Michael J. Fox.
Michael J.
We won.
Fox coming back to TV. Yes. Back to the network where it all began with Family Ties. He's back on NBC, playing sort of a version of himself.
Which I love.
I know. He's playing a famous guy. He's a New York City TV anchor.
Right.
So he's well known in the city, but he's had Parkinson's for the last couple of years, just like Michael J. Fox. And if you followed his career, followed how he's been talking and presenting himself, he never takes himself all that seriously. So this is a show that not really makes fun of it, but it has fun with it.
You know what I noticed? Because I saw a copy of it. It's, it's letting us into the day-to-day life of somebody with a serious disease in a very comfortable way, as opposed to an uncomfortable way.
Well, because he's a family guy, and the family just can't wait to get him out of the house.
Yeah.
He's been there for so long. So he's going to go back to work as the series begins, and it's sort of just about the weird things that kind of happen with him. But he sort of takes himself, he has fun with his own condition, but you root for him. And that's the whole thing about Michael J. Fox coming back to TV. You're rooting for that show to work, and they're going to give it a full season to play out. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, and so the Michael J. Fox show, everybody, premieres Thursday, September 26th at 9 on NBC. What's next?
Another big comeback, Robin Williams coming back to TV. All those years ago, he was Mork to Mindy, and so he's still that wacky guy. And here he's the crazy one in a show called The Crazy Ones. It's going to be on CBS, and he plays the head of an ad agency. So he's out there riffing, and he's pitching, and he's doing all that wild stuff. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who I love as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, plays his daughter. She's trying to keep him in line, but if you keep him in line, there's no show. So the whole idea is the crazier, the better with Robin Williams.
I got a copy of this one, too, and I wasn't able to get through it because I grew up with Robin Williams being the wild and crazy guy, and it's just a lot of manicness on this one. But you check it out for yourself. The Crazy Ones premieres on Thursday, September 26th at 9:30 on CBS.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's our next show?
Well, one of the hottest new comedies, certainly one of the buzziest in the critical world hot comedies, starts tomorrow night on the Fox network. It's called Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's a police comedy, and it brings Andy Samberg back to TV. He's just been off Saturday Night Live for a year. You remember all those great videos he did for Saturday Night Live? Well, he's playing the cut-up in a precinct full of sort of crazy characters, and it's got a real Fox feel to it. It's irreverent, and it's kind of silly, but they bring in Andre Braugher, one of the best dramatic actors on TV. Gonna do comedy. He's playing the new boss. He's a bit deadpan, but he's also gay. So you haven't seen that in a police show in a long time.
And then Terry Crews is on this one, too.
Oh, he's wonderful, too. He plays a guy who's kind of afraid to go back out in the field. So everybody's got kind of a quirk to it, and it's a really cool little show.
I grew up during the era of Barney Miller, and I always loved precinct shows. I like this show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Maybe this will be that,
It premieres tomorrow night at 8:30 on Fox. Quickly, what's your new favorite drama for the season?
Favorite new drama, you got to go to pay cable to Showtime. It's a show called Masters of Sex. And boy, is that a great title for a paid cable show, right? It's about sex researchers in the 50s, Masters and Johnson. They're hooking people up and they're doing these, they're basically researching sexual response. But the fact is, it's about science, so you don't feel dirty watching it.
There you go. Masters of Sex premieres on Sunday, September 29th on Showtime. Matt Roush, thank you so much for being here. You make sure you pick up your current copy of TV Guide. It's on newsstands now. What do you do if your boyfriend continues to hang out with your ex? I've got the answer. Ask Wendy is next. Keep it here. Welcome back. Thank you, studio audience. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. My name is Gail. I have a friend who continues to hang out with my ex-boyfriend. They even went on a group trip, but really it was just another couple. So I think I should give my friend an ultimatum, but I'm not sure, to say, we can't be friends if you're gonna keep hanging out with my ex.
How old is your friend?
She is 30.
And how long have you been friends with her?
We've been friends for, since high school.
And how long were you dating your ex?
For 2 years.
In recent years, this is not like a high school ex.
No, this was like last year.
Okay, Gail, here's my thought on friendship. I'm gonna be very clear about this, okay? Because I love friendship, but I don't like a whole lot of maintenance because I'm busy. Don't talk to her about this. If she doesn't know at your age what is proper protocol with friends and exes, then she'll never know. How about we just break up with her right now on the show? You're not friends with her anymore. You're done. You're done. You're done.
We're done.
Done. All right, and don't take her back begging, because she made her choice.
Okay.
If you have to beg her, then she's not worth it.
Yeah.
All right. We don't play on Ask Wendy. Up next, InStyle Magazine's gonna show us how to wear the fall's hottest runway trends. Keep it here. I'm sorry. Welcome back. Here in New York, we just celebrated Fashion Week, and here from InStyle Magazine to show us how to incorporate the latest fall runway trends into our own wardrobe. Say hello to our friend Sabira Shaw. Welcome back. We love fashion shows. Okay, so tell us what trends we need to put away.
Okay, so neon is over with. We're doing primary colors. Sneaker wedges are on hiatus. We're doing pointed flats and Oxfords.
Well.
Blazers are always a classic, but you want to update with moto jackets and all black baseball jackets.
So wait a minute, let me get this straight. There's no more neon,
Right.
and we put away the wedge sneakers.
Yes.
Well, you all do what you want. I make my own rules. All right, so now look, let's get started with the first trend, which is plaid. Tell us about plaid, which I love.
Yes, yes. So it's no longer prim and proper this season. It's all about making it messy and edgy, and designers are taking plaid and making it quietly seductive. So we're seeing a lot of clingy shapes and silky and sensuality.
So it's more than the big plaid shirt that you wear that's your boyfriend's. It's actually a pair of slacks.
Yes.
What's the difference between plaid and tartan?
There is no difference.
There is no difference,
Yes.
okay. I would say that tartan pants are only for smaller girls. Have you ever seen what they do to a big butt? Let's bring out our first model. As usual, our models are right from our Wendy audience. Her name is Caitlin. Oh, I love it.
Yes.
She's wearing plaid the real way.
Right, and the top
Oh.
is mango, and you might think, oh, that's that boyfriend shirt, it's cotton, it's flannel. No, it's silky.
It's silky.
It's fluid, and then you want to mess up the hair a little bit. You want to make it edgy. This isn't a uniform. Make the eyes, the lips darker. We've paired it with leatherette trousers, and then the shoe of the season, which is a pointed loafer. It's high heels.
And really cute jewelry. I love this. And mango is really affordable for everybody. Thank you, Caitlin. Cute. Cute.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, we're gonna talk about that bell curve the bell curve look.
Yes.
All right, tell us about this look.
Okay, it's all about femininity, and designers are using sculptural lines and beautiful shapes to really showcase our feminine curves. So it's very body conscious.
Okay, Sharon is our audience member wearing the trend. And what I love about Sharon is that she is, this is nice.
Yes. You know what? She looks amazing. This dress is from French Connection. And you know what? Even though it's on trend, it's something that she'll be pulling out of her closet time and again. I mean, it showcases her hourglass shape. That waistband pulls in her waist, and it's black and white.
I thought a bell curve was more of an A.
Oh, well, it's all about curves, period.
The curves,
Sweetheart
period, okay.
necklines, this V-neck is very slimming. And then the design is so strong, you don't need it really like jewelry, a lot of like necklaces and things like
You
that.
look good,
so
Sharon.
keep it minimal.
Thank you, Sharon. You look really good. Okay. Tell us about our next trend, which is blue mood.
Yes,
Everybody loves
cobalt.
this. Go ahead.
Yes, exactly. And it's something that, you know, flatters a variety of skin tones. It's got this beautiful, cool undertones.
Let's take a look.
Yes, gorgeous.
Our audience member is wearing it. Her name is Jay. Gorgeous.
Look at her!
I love the Navajo at the bottom.
Yes, exactly. And you know, this is a color that works so well with black and it pops against white. And you know, she's wearing it on top and on bottom. If you're a little bit overwhelmed by a lot of cobalt, then just go with a shoe or a silky blouse. Very easy to pull off. It's not as intimidating as red.
Cute, Jay. Thank you so much, Jay. Our last look, our last trend is Wild Thing. Animal print never goes out of style.
That's right.
Let's, I mean, that says it for itself. Brianna's wearing the trend. Come on out, Brianna, let's see.
Yes. And this is more
Yeah.
ladylike. You don't want to look like a cougar, nothing too revealing.
Right, cute.
Karen Kane, easy shoes. You know, every woman should have a little bit of animal print in her wardrobe.
Absolutely. This is a fantastic fashion show. I love this very
you.
much. Thank you very much. All you ladies, you can come back over here to the Wendy stage. Sabira, thank you so much. For more information on all these looks, log on to wendyshow.com and be sure to pick up the latest issue of InStyle magazine. It's on newsstands now. Up next, we're going to reveal our Wendy Instaglam winner of the day. Keep it here. I love all these. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, it's time for Wendy's Instaglam, where Wendy watchers get a chance to show off their version of the latest celebrity trends. The celebrity look of the day that we're looking at is Nicole Richie's crop top. Crop tops are back. Here she is on the red carpet at the Style Awards. And today's Wendy Instaglam winner with her own twist to the crop top is Chastity from Arizona. She paired her flowy skirt with a feminine crop top. And remember to always keep your navel covered to keep it cute. We're gonna mail you your Diva fan. Thank you, Chastity. And you can follow us on Instagram for your chance to be an Instaglam look of the day. Keep it here, everybody. We'll be right back. I have to go. Tomorrow, the very funny Anthony Anderson is here with a special announcement. I'll see you next time. I love you for watching.